to be rocking some really nice curly hair from a brand by the name of YGwigs. They sent over this package wrapped in a bow. So this blue box came with an instruction manual. It came with some wig caps. They gave you your elastic as well as the combs. Two of these little clips here, those are my favorite clips to use when styling my hair. And they even gave a backpack. I think that's a new thing. Like, different companies give backpacks now. So perfect if you need, extra storage for your wigs, little lunch bag, or whatever. This is a Brazilian 360 lace wig, 20 inches deep curly. Oh, get it? The density on this wig is 180%, and this is what it looks like straight out of the packaging. The 360 lace wig is pretty standard. 3 combs in the front, 1 in the back, adjustable straps, nice amount of parting space. So I'm going to take the L'Oreal Quick Blue Bleach, and I'm going to just add a couple of scoops. I kind of did 1 full scoop, and then I was kind of like inching, do I need? But I would say that's about two like full packed scoops. And then I'm going to take my 40 volume developer. Any brand works great. I've been loving the one from Ion. I'm going to make a mess. I don't know what was going on with my mind, but I made such a mess mixing this, and I never make a mess with this. Make sure that you put down, a trash bag or saran wrap or something to protect your surfaces, because you don't want this to stain or ruin your countertops. But you just want to whip this until you get a nice thick, super thick consistency. Think thick. Don't think thin. Don't think watery. Don't think runny. A thick consistency is what you want. But you want it completely mixed so there's no powder, and no liquid separate. It's all mixed and blended together. Now we're going to take and add the wig upside down or inside out on a mannequin head, secured with some T-pins, and we're going to remove this comb that's right here. Now you can keep this comb and add it to your kit. That way whenever you need a comb, you have one on hand. But when we bleach the knots, and if we wanted to make a center part, this is going to fall right in the center of your parting and kind of just add a lump and make it not as flawless as you want. So we removed it. If you don't feel comfortable removing yours, don't feel pressure to do so. The wig will still come out great. Your style will look good. This is just an extra step if you feel confident going ahead and cutting that comb out. Now, while I'm rambling, you guys can see I'm just simply applying the product, the cream, the bleach to the frontal. Now this is a 360 lace frontal. There is lace all the way around 360 degrees. I chose to only do it in the front because I'm not going to be wearing it in a high ponytail or a high bun. Even if I was, typically I don't bleach the knots in the back. I don't find it necessary. Okay, so I went ahead and bleached the knots on my little baby. Now I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I've been trying to bleach knots with that bleaching powder. I think that's like my 3rd time overall trying to bleach my knots with that powder. In theory, it's a blue powder, so it'll help cancel out the orange and brassiness you sometimes get in your roots. Sometimes you see somebody who've bleached their knots and it just looks really orange in there in the parting. But for some reason, every time I bleach my knots with that one, I go for my set time that I typically bleach knots, and it'll bleach in some places but not all the places. So that's what happened with this one. You can tell on this side that the knots were bleached, but on this side, like in certain areas it's bleached, in certain areas it's not. So I was gonna just leave it on there longer. I think you can see that. You can see that there's knots right there. I was gonna leave it on there longer, but then I didn't want to like ruin the hair, you know what I mean? So that was a fail, but it's not the lace. Every time I try to use that powder, that same thing happens. Like I used to think like maybe it's the lace I'm using, but ultimately I'm more than bleaching the knots. I really just wanted to co-wash the hair, but I figured if I was going to go ahead and wash and wet the wig, I might as well have bleached the knots to make it look more realistic. Now this is a 360 lace wig. I think I already showed the construction of the cap, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the back half of the lace off at the elastic band, and then I'll be back to put her back on so we can go ahead and slay her. It took me about 5 to 10 minutes, probably 10, because I like to watch YouTube videos when I am styling wigs and I'm not filming. But I did go ahead, I don't know if you can see that color, But I went ahead and added some powder just in the center to help me out where the knots did not bleach. I decided not to go too far over because this part is going to be like way over here. Hopefully I put enough. But I also bleached the knots. You guys know I bleached the knots, but I added an elastic band. I cut off all of the lace. Remember, the lace went all the way around 360, and then I adjusted these straps. So now I put the wig back on, and you can see how flawless this looks. It would have looked even more flawless if the blue bleach, if I would have left it on long enough for the knots to bleach. This would look so amazing. I'm so disappointed. But this is what it looks like. You have a nice pre-plucked wig. Very great start. If you're not a beginner and don't want to tweeze your hairline, this is all you need. You don't necessarily have to, pluck or tweeze anymore. I'm going to do so out of preference and just wanting it to be super flawless. Also, the lace is a little bit lighter than my complexion. This kind of makes it to where you have that line of demarcation. You can also have an option to tint the lace. Sometimes when you bleach the knots, it kind of tints the lace naturally, or you can just add powder, which I'm going to do at the very end. With the tweezing process, I really don't know how to explain it. I tweeze going in a backward motion. I use my opposite hand, my free hand, to hold onto the lace so that as I tug at it, I can kind of pull it taut and it won't, fly off or go anywhere, and I can actually, tweeze where I need to tweeze. But just my mindset is kind of like tweeze, leave a space, tweeze, leave a space, tweeze, leave a space. And as I go across from one side to the other, once I'm done, I go ahead and brush the hair out so I can see what progress that I made, and then I start all over again. I really just want this to look much more thin, around the hairline. And I'm going to the opposite side and doing the same technique. I really just want to thin it out so that it is just not too thick or dense and unnatural. Now, I am going to try and attempt to wear this wig straight back, no baby hair. I absolutely love how the wig came out. What I missed and what didn't dawn on me till after, I completely finished my video was that this is the one time when you definitely will have to do the stocking cap method. And that's pretty much where you do the broad cap by adding a stocking cap and doing the glide to be glued, cutting off the excess on the stocking cap, and so that you have that basically a bald cap, and then you got to be glued the wig down to your hairline. Because if you just leave this wig sitting on top of your head, even though I've added an elastic band and it lays flat, you have that line of demarcation because the lace kind of buckles at the front. So it's never going to look good unless you do the got to be glued method, the ghost bond, the bolt hole. You have to basically adhere the wig if you do not want to do baby hair. So next time I'm going to try this doing the bald cap method or the stocking cap method. I'm going to try bolt hole for you guys. I'm going to do ghost bond, all the different techniques to find what works best for me and what I love. And I'm going to share all the techniques with you guys coming up here on the channel. And this is what the hair looks like. I'm just brushing it out with a nice large brush. This is my absolute favorite brush. I'm going to add my leave-in. Everything I'm using is listed in the description bar. And this is just going to help to seal in the moisture and make sure that it doesn't tangle up or frizz up, with the humidity that's going on in LA. This wig is so gorgeous. The curls are so natural and so reminiscent of African American hair texture. I absolutely love it, and she'd look good and so cute in a high bun or a high ponytail, especially because, again, this is a 360 lace wig. Also, I find that when you pluck or tweeze your hairline and you don't gel it to make baby hair, it still looks good when you gel it straight back because it kind of shows your work and kind of shows how flawless your lace is. If you don't want to use the got to be glue gel, you can use a foam lotion or something like that, just because, it kind of shows how snatched your lace is. Now, I also forgot to mention, whenever I rinsed out the bleach, when I bleached my knots, I rinsed it out in cool water. I washed the lace, or the entire wig rather, one time with a purple shampoo. Any brand will work just fine. I'll link one down below. And then I also went ahead and conditioned it with my Nexus Humectress Deep Conditioner. And I was good to go. I let it air dry a little bit before I started this process. And here we are. So I thought I wanted to do a half up, half down with a top knot bun up top. Kind of looked a little wanky, I guess because I didn't part it in the back, so it was a little bit too thick up top. So I decided to just go ahead and take it down, but this is what that would have looked like. If I had done the Got To Be Glue method, this would look beautiful, but you just see that wig sitting on top. Imagine in person, you just be staring at me because the lace is so beautiful. But here I am trying to kind of play with the baby hairs and kind of tease it so you could kind of get rid of that. But nothing was working. So I decided to not put the hairline on blast. I would wear it down and I would wear it in the center part. That way the hairline still peeks through and you see it. But it's just not too wanky. Then I decided, okay, let's just do a curved side part. And then I kind of cover it up and kind of camouflage it a little bit. And I liked the style best with this look. Once I go ahead and do the stocking cap method with this wig, it's going to look good in every single style. But for tonight, this is what has to do. I'm going to take a powder finally to go ahead around the hairline and then the parting to go ahead and make it look like it's mine. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you're subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe right now. Shameless plug. You guys know I'm a little bit exaggerated with my baby hair sometimes, so trying to switch it up is a great idea. Just really want to bring a little bit of variety to this channel because I know I get a little bit redundant, so I got to get back into giving you guys some color sometimes. I got to get back into giving you guys, you know, different little styles. I do baby hair in every single video, so I got to start throwing some wild cards out there. And sometimes I'll do baby hair, sometimes I don't, just to switch it up because I absolutely love what I do and I'm passionate about it. But because I know what I like at this point in the game, it's kind of like I use the same products and do the same technique with every wig. And I kind of want to step outside of my comfort zone and give you different things. This one here I think came out really good. This honestly was my first time ever trying to do my hair without any baby hair. So of course with practice I'll get, you know, more and more better. The hair on this is gorgeous and I love that they even give you, you know, some styling products to use. But oh no, I love this wig. I love the hair. It's nice and full but not like crazy thick. It's a great length. I have all the details on this wig in the description bar. I love how natural this one looks, especially because I didn't go crazy with the baby hair. So, you know, walk into a room, you might be able to question, like, is that her hair? Is it not? And that's kind of where I want to take my channel, is teaching you guys how to make it look even more flawless than I have in the past. You know, instead of making it look like a great wig, make it look like an amazing wig. You know what I mean? So this one is just one for the books. Thank you YGwigs for sending this beautiful 360 lace wig to me. Absolutely love her because she's a 360 lace wig. If you want to go ahead and put her up into a high pony, you definitely have that option and you're going to have that nice lace in the back to help you out. You can also do her in a low pony. You can do her in a side pony. You can do her in a bun, up top, up, down, low. You can pretty much do anything you want with this one. Just be creative. Also love that it came kind of pre-plucked for you guys. So when I went in, I didn't have to do as much work as I would have if it wasn't. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Everything I use is listed in the description bar for you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, tell them about me, tell them about my channel. Tag me if you guys see my videos a lot. I know a lot of you will see like my videos on different companies' Facebook pages and stuff. And you guys will tag me or you'll DM me. Oh my god, I just seen an ad of you of your video on Facebook or on Instagram. And I absolutely love that. So let me know if you guys see that stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.